Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then if you'd like to follow along, we will be in First Thessalonians chapter 2, beginning in verse number 17. All righty. So we get there. Paul is speaking of his love and the fellowship that was inside of the church at Thessalonica that made the church a strong church, made Paul love the church. And he says here, but since we were torn away from you, brothers, for a short time, in person, not in heart, we endeavored the more eagerly and with great desire to see you face to face. Because we wanted to come to you, I, Paul, again and again, but Satan hindered us. So Paul is describing the beautiful fellowship and relationships that the church at Thessalonica had. He had been forced to leave the city because his life was being threatened. Persecution had come up against the preaching of the gospel. And Paul says, I may have been separated from you in body, but not my heart. I loved you and I loved your church. I loved your the fellowship that we had there with the believers in your church. I love the fellowship you have with each other. I have endeavored. I have worked to get back uh, to you, and that word endeavored means that he was eagerly desperately trying to get back. He was really, it wasn't just a thing like, we might say, well, I want to go swing by the mall one day, or I want to, I want to go by and see old so and so one day. You get down the road, you might go past somebody's house, and you listen, I haven't seen old so, and I'm gonna stop in there one day. But you really don't have really too much intention. That's not what this word means. Paul was working, planning, doing everything in his power to figure out a way to get back safely to Thessalonica. And the more eagerly, abundantly, again, is just stressing how desperately he wanted to get there with a great desire. He says he wanted to get there. Imagine a church where the fellowship is so great that somebody would say that. I wonder, do we have that? When we're not together as a church family, when you're not together with your church family, wherever that may be, is that your attitude? Do we have that kind of desire to be back with our brothers and sisters in Christ? That we long, we endeavor abundantly or more eagerly with a great desire to see our church family. Based on statistics, based on numbers throughout the church in America in particular, it doesn't seem so. When we look at church attendance and church involvement, it appears that we're not too eager. We don't have much of a great desire to see each other face to face. But Paul says, I wanted to come to you. The only thing was keeping me from getting there was Satan himself was standing in the way. As we finish up this first week of the new year, wonder how eager you are to be in God's house with God's people tomorrow. What are you in? Are you endeavoring? Are you making plans now? As it's been said, church attendance on Sunday begins with a decision on Saturday. That we determine ourselves that we are going to go, and that the only thing that could possibly get in the way would be the devil himself. I hope to see you in God's house tomorrow. If not at Poplar Grove, let me encourage you to wherever you might be, find a church that's preaching the gospel that has this kind of fellowship that makes you want to endeavor eagerly with great desire to be in the house of the Lord. Think about it. You have a good day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.